I'm excited to see this, because I kind of hope that for, like, just entertainment's sake, we see Foxy go with, like, Buzzsaw, because I think Buzzsaw is probably his funnest character to watch. But that's even if he plays Lao, because I know Foxy's been... We've not seen him too much. I think Foxy's still been playing, because let's not forget, we do have Hype Spotting coming up next month in Scotland. Now, with $5,000 to play for. So Foxy's going to be there. No doubt he's starting to play again, but I think it's fair to say a lot of the kind of the top players internationally kind of took a bit of a break after NEC, really slowed it down, playing other things or whatever, getting ready for Injustice 2, and then all of a sudden, bam, this major tournament is going to have $5,000 to it. So Foxy's been starting to play again. I don't think he's been playing too much before this though, so I expect we're going to see a little bit of rust on Foxy. But I mean, let's not forget, Foxy is a god of NetherRealm fighting games. I'm pretty sure Foxy on his worst day would still beat the vast majority of those on their best. So I think even a rusty Foxy is going to be a sick player to watch. So I'm hopeful for the quality of the games. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Are the invites good to go yet?
They actually are. I've just got the guys added, so I'll be inviting you as fast as possible. So we've got, let me go, Foxy, yourself, and... There we go, there's Razor as well. Okay, so invites have just been dished out, so we'll get this match up and running as soon as possible. But I think we've had some really good games so far. I've really enjoyed watching some of these guys that we see them compete all the time, offline events or just playing online amongst themselves. But seeing them back in like a competition standpoint, it's been really refreshing to see. I think it's nice to see Mirko and K-Top doing well still, so it's going to be good to see how they do. But this final top 8 match being Razor and Foxy, if Foxy manages to take it over Razor, we're probably going to see Foxy versus K-Top, which, I mean, that's a throwback match. Back in the Season 2 days, we used to watch that.
Yeah, it has been quite some time. But I'm sure... I mean, like I've seen, K-Top's obviously still been playing, still been doing very well for himself. Foxy, just fundamentally really talented player, but that's even if that's what we see. Uh-oh, has he got his mic on?
I'll mute him, don't worry.
No, it's coming from Razor.
It is.
Oh, dearie me.
Indeed.
So, we've spoken for days about Foxy, right? Foxy doesn't really need that much of an introduction. He is a legend of the NetherRealm fighting game scene. I'd say unarguably, really, the number 2 player internationally, really. Arguably number 2 player in MKX as a game, as a legacy. And unarguably number 1 international player. This guy, 2nd place at EVO, 2nd place at MK Season 3 Finals, major wins in America, almost every major win there is to have outside of America. This guy really did have international MKX under his thumb for the vast majority of the game's life. But Razor, on the other hand, is a very inexperienced tournament-wise player, but has been playing MKX a lot on PC. Is part of the ERA clan on PC. They have some really good players in there too, and has one of the tidiest smokes I've ever seen. However, he has talked before about how he does feel like he will get nervous in events, so we're going to have to see how we can keep that together. Obviously, he's up against AFoxyGrampa, which is going to be no easy feat. However, to get here, Razor had to beat the Fasting Man, who's won the Community Cup before. He had to beat Walnut Jr. I say Walnut Criminal, but that's not even a player. That's Nut Criminal back in the day. But he had to beat Walnut
got the
Jr.,
names mixed
who's
up
been
there,
a very, very powerful player in the Community Cups before. So he's definitely had to earn his way here to top 8. But Foxy will be his final test to see if he's ready for this tournament.
Yeah, and I think it's an interesting one. We're going to have absolute experience, but probably not playing a whole lot these days. Foxy has recently come back to MKX for this tournament, but more notably, I think Hype Spotting with the 5k pot bonus. It's going to be interesting to see how I think experience will weigh up against inexperience, but both very skilled.
So Foxy opting to go for Tempest and Smoke. We do not see this very often. So I am interested to see how they handle this matchup, because like you said, Foxy, I'm sure he's fought a bunch of Smokes by now, but I haven't seen him play against Smoke in a long time, and Razor himself plays Hat-Trick, but Tempest is very calm and collected, whereas Hat-Trick is quite manic.
Now, that's immediately with the matchup knowledge. You can neutral crouch once you see the back 2 come out, and Foxy is going to be almost all over right there. And there we go. Here's the smothering gameplay, expecting a grab which doesn't come, and the back 3 completely chews it up, and Razor, a lot of health down already.
And there we go. Razor immediately not dedicating to the string this time, and in fact tries to stagger with forward 4, but Foxy's reactions cannot be tested.
That's a very clean round number 1 for Foxy, and it all started off matchup knowledge. Razor immediately testing him to see if he knows how to crouch the back 2, and Foxy showing him that he knows to do that 100%.
Gets a blocking. Let's go. Wonderful throw tech. Jumps out of the corner, but mistimes his jump in. There goes the logs out
plus
of play.
frames.
Ouch. Ooh.
That was a very painful log to get tagged by though, and again spending the bar, that would have been plus on block, but full combo on here, easy to do. The knockdown's going to be good damage, and Foxy absolutely in full control of this matchup. What an absolutely bombardment right now, but Razor, I mean, he needs hope for a miracle at this point, but it's possible.
I really respect the patience there from Foxy, just sitting pretty, waiting for his stamina to come back. Razor opens him up, but Foxy goes for the breaker. The full punish on the forward three. Not quite sure what Razor was thinking there. Thinking a little bit too far ahead, and we see him. We haven't seen Foxy do this in so long. I've missed this brutality. We used to see it every week to the point that I got thoroughly bored of it, and I could not be happier to see it again now.
At one point, I was sick to death of it, but tonight, welcome back, Foxy. We missed you.
Welcome back.
Learn from this.
I mean, a very dominant game, though. I mean, not hugely surprising. Like you said, Foxy is as seasoned as it gets as a tournament player, but Razor is a 3 out of 5, has some games now to come back, but clearly Foxy is ready for this matchup, like 100%.
Now, the thing is, we really didn't see Razor get going at all, so we are yet to see what he has to offer.
He doesn't let you do that.
Indeed. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water during that break. We are yet to see what Razor has to offer in terms of mix-ups and pressure, because the one time he tried to do it, Foxy neutral crouched, punished him accordingly, and you know that was all she wrote for that game. But Razor, Smoke is a character that can do the same thing to you given the chance.
There we go. Sees his block to down one. Patience from Razor, not pressing too many buttons. Throw tech.
Now Razor is very clearly afraid now to dedicate to that back 2-1, so he's probably going to stagger the back 2 standalone. So you wonder, oh, the punish on that! Wow.
God. That was
ready for the dive kick.
Oh my lord, Foxy not letting anything go past him.
Ooh, didn't quite get the forward one, so that's going to be a full combo from Razor. Oh no, 2 forward dashes. You can tell that Razor is nervous right now.
Yeah, that is not like him to make that kind of mistake. He is frazzled at the moment, and Foxy could not be any less so. Runs right in his face to chase down a backdash. Foxy is playing like he never stopped playing this game at any point.
Very impressive, but I think Razor, if you make an execution error like that, I think you just need to shake it off. That's a nice conversion on the forward 1-3 into Harpoon. So, okay, here comes some of the pressure from Razor.
Oh,
no.
Here's that mysterious Kung Lao damage coming out of nowhere, 42% into corner pressure. Ooh,
that was actually really smart. The orbiting hat into the walk back on anticipation of the smoke away, which did actually come. Unfortunately, Razor is not going to build sufficient bar, so it's going to be an honest comeback if he makes it here. And expecting a grab, Foxy chewing it up with the back 3, keeping things simple and the brutality for game number 2.
2 games, 2 brutalities. Foxy not phased at the moment. Super aggressive play. And on the flip side, Razor being clearly nervous. Like, Razor is a talented player. We've seen him play a lot. He is very confident in this game. You know, obviously, Smoke being an incredible character, Razor fully aware of how strong Smoke is. Plays regularly with a lot of top-tier players, you know, especially internationally. I know he plays a lot with, he has been playing recently with, obviously, Mirko, RZA. He's been playing some longer sets, because Razor himself is going to be at hype spotting as well. So he now lives in the UK. He's looking to get that practice and against competitive players. But clearly when it comes to tournament time, he does not play the same way. There are some nerves here, and he's going to have to try and get that together, I think.
I think what we're seeing right now is just what happens when you enter, I guess, what could be considered like your first major tournament setting. Like, I know this is an online tournament and it's not an offline major by any means, but
it's still competitive experience.
This is what happens when someone who is new to tournaments fights someone who is as seasoned as it gets, you know? However, I mean, it's almost like we're ready to completely write this guy off, but Razor still has what it takes. But again, another combo drop, and unfortunately, it just looks like this whole set has not gone well for Razor at all.
I mean, it doesn't get much tougher of a first major opponent, right, than AFoxyGrampa, but at the same time, tries to punish, but commits to the string. Razor, oh no, dials a bit too much in. I think he's not playing as reactive as we usually see.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's actually not been a very good round from Foxy either. He's had a couple of anti-air attempts that haven't gone through. Disrespecting that as well, but I think this has been a good round for Razor. He's come off better in these scrambles.
Oh, and that's a good trade for him. I think it was important for Razor to get that round on the board, especially after how the set has gone from so far.
Now Foxy just walking into a couple of things, but again, the neutral crouch, I think Razor immediately getting a little bit too comfortable, and that's going to cost him 2 bars. And I think actually, if you're Smoke versus Lau, you really needed those bars for the smoke away.
We'll have to see if I can play without the defensive options, though. Catches back 2, doesn't turn anything into it. There we go, gets a full combo, but Foxy, again, breaking early, something we've seen him do since the beginning of time. if he's got meter to break and he can stop your momentum, he will do it, because he is a master at building that bar back, because he will get you blocking until you have nothing left to give. Opens him up cleanly in the corner. Match point, FoxyGrampa.
Now, unfortunately, I think that's actually really well timed for Foxy, actually. He timed that combo string, so right as the meter burn hat had disappeared, he would get the regular one back for the full combo. Now, this is actually going to be match point for FoxyGrampa. Razor sitting on 1 bar of meter. Unfortunately, I think the more he staggers into grabs, it's going to be all that more tempting to spend it on the smoke away, but unfortunately, if Foxy scouts out, he's going to have nothing, and there's the breaker. This is bad.
He needs to be really careful here, though. No stamina, no breaker available, but has corner pressure. This is smoke. He could mix him up. What's he got? Oh no, goes for the damage. Oh, there we go. Wait, that's a really high kick. Oh my lord.
That was very high up in the air, committing straight for the launcher. You definitely know he was not ready for that to connect. He probably expected Foxy to block it. That's why we saw the standing one, but we can actually see Razor still take this.
But when it comes to crunch time, you need to be ready. Goes to the meatless hat. No anti-cross up. He's waiting for it. Oh, gets the overhead. No breaker available for Foxy. This is mixed town. Has he got anything? There's the restand. What's he going to be? What's the mix-up?
Now, what's it? Standing 1-4. That's going to be a plus. But the challenge from Foxy goes for the anti-cross-up, and there we go. Razor gets the jump in and does actually get a game on the board. I mean, let's be real. I think that was quite fortunate. I mean, it could have been an anti-cross-up, but mistimed by Foxy and Razor getting the full jump in.
It's actually what same thing we saw versus Kraken before, but it comes back to what you said, risk versus reward. Should the jump in connect, you're going to lose the game. Obviously, that was less of a punishing thing, because that was the first game Razor's taken so far. But at the same time, right, it's going to cost you the match. If anything, that's given Razor a little bit of confidence in the sense that, okay, I've taken a game now, 2 more of those to go. Albeit not the cleanest game from either player, but at the same time, good for him to show that he can get that match back. But FoxyGrampa, still 1 game to go. He is no stranger to being in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Foxy make a whole bunch of reverse 3-0 comebacks before. This is definitely a situation that is no stranger to him, so I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see that Razor is clearly a little bit more comfortable right now, though. So we might see a little bit more of a tried and true, the Razor that we all know.
You see that, though? Foxy taking the first hit with just a dive kick. And another
I feel like that was actually quite
tech.
fortunate. Teleporting right into the orbiting hat, but just the on-hit animation not allowing the standing one to connect. But here we go. This is Tempest Lau in the corner. Staggering grabs all day, every day. And the second you expect a grab and you let go of block, you get chewed up by the 1-1-2-1-2.
I think this is how Foxy responds to throwing a game away. He will throw the next game into Kingdom Come.
I see what you did there. That was really clever.
I was hoping you'd notice. I'm quite proud of it. But at the same time,
no, actually,
Foxy, oh wow, interesting conversion.
A very smart a very smart adaptation we've seen Foxy do right here is, in those situations, he would normally sit there and wait for a jump to anti-cross-up with standing one. He's actually jumping back and dive kicking on reaction to the jump. That's one of the, I guess, a safer way of catching this.
Foxy just gets opened up by 1-1-4. No confirm though from Razor. Oh, tries to go for the trip guard.
Nice conversion, actually, knowing that he's not got the stamina, so the instant dive kick will have to do running straight into the forward 1-3, but Foxy just getting hit by the smoke bomb. Oh, what is even going on?
Oh my lord, messy games. There's the wake up teleport, Foxy. Razor with the patience. Oh, tries to wake up with buttons, but Foxy with the down one, and he still lands that tight link. The Kung Lao master.
Foxy is actually yet to drop that as well. That is a tight link. It's not easy to do at all. Oh, he's waiting for the grab, probably expecting a poke.
Ooh, interesting to see. Razor go for that again. There's the anti-air we need to see before. Razor finally starting to get that mixed time. Knows he can go for the damage. Oh, that's it.
Oh.
That's game. That is game just like that. FoxyGrampa is not going to drop this. Tries to go for the brutal finish. Is going to miss it. Well played to Razor, though. Played a lot better in that game, but Foxy just played better when it came down to it.
That was really well played, I think, from both players, but I think we did see Razor sort of almost, I think, come out a little bit, and he became a lot more comfortable as time went on, but unfortunately this definitely was not his tournament when it came down to it.
I could
3-1
feel
victory.
the nerve, you know what I mean? Like, I could feel it through the gameplay. You can tell that was not the same Razor that we see play day after day after day. However, the longer the set went on, the less mistakes he made, the more fundamental decisions he made correct. He played a lot better. But alas, FoxyGrampa will be moving on with his, to no surprise, fundamentally just super skill play, right? And
which
we're going to
means
see him take
our
on
top
K-Top.
4. I'm really excited for our top 4. So I'm getting the King of the Hill set up right now, but it's going to be Mirko, Irish Mantis, K-Top, and Foxy. What a fantastic top 4 this is.